Hi. All right, so this is take 2 of my holiday yoga share video that I wanted to create for you to give you something to practice anytime that you're looking for a short practice. So you're gonna start in a comfortable seat. I often like to sit on a block when I start, just to elevate my hips a little bit. And we'll start with a short breathing exercise just to get grounded and set ourselves up. And you're just going to take your hands into your lap. I rest my right hand into my left and allow my thumbs to touch. That's the way I was taught, and that feels good. So that's what I'll start with. You're just going to close your eyes softly. Find stillness. Breathe in and out of your nose. A great way to get grounded and settle yourself and calm your mind is to focus on your breath and count the in and the out breath. The equal part breath is a great simple place to begin, and I'll start with in for 4, little pause, and then out for 4. And then when I'm teaching that breath, I'll often encourage participants to try to lengthen that in breath and then certainly lengthen the out breath to work with whatever count is right for you. Maybe it's 5, maybe 6, 8, what have you. So you can't really do it wrong. Just focus on filling your lungs with air, filling your belly, and then exhaling, letting it all out. And we want to breathe all the way around our trunk, 360 degrees around. So breathe into the belly, but breathe into the sides of the body, breathe into the back as well. And then exhale all the air. So try that with a different focus just for a few breaths. Bring your hands to heart center. Bring to mind someone you'd like to dedicate your practice to. And then just open up your eyes. And then from here, just start with a couple head nods. Bring your chin to your chest and then just gently look up. Chin to chest and then look up. And we'll take some head turns. You're going to look all the way in one direction. Come back through center, look as far as you can the other way. Back through center, turn, back to center, turn and look. One more time, back to center, and then look as far as you can the other way. Good. I'm going to come off the block. I'm going to come to all fours. And from all fours, I'll start with a couple cat-cows. I'm going to drop my belly, lift my tailbone, lift my gaze, and then exhale as I round. Drop the belly, lift your tail, lift your gaze, and then exhale and round. One more time. Drop your belly, lift your tail, lift your gaze. Exhale and round and press into your palms. It's a nice stretch across your upper back. And come back through table there. And then just look over your left shoulder. Look towards your foot. Come back through center, look over the right. Back to center, look over the left shoulder. And as you twist and move, take it on the other side. When I look over the right, And getting a nice stretch along the left side of the body. And then come back. And I'm just gonna rock a little bit to warm up my wrists. Prepare for down dog and planks and things that can put undue stress on the body, on the joint, for not warmed up well. And then I'm just gonna take my right leg out to the side in line with my hip. My toes point forward, and then I'm gonna tuck those left toes under. This is helping me kind of just assess my inner hips on that right side. And then switch. Right knee tucks under, left leg out to the side. Noticing how my inner hips are feeling. Good, and then tuck it under. Nice. From there, just tuck your toes and press your hips back to down dog. Take a look and glance up at your hands. Spread your fingers really wide, middle finger facing forward. And then let your eyes focus on your feet. Your feet are gonna face forward. You're just gonna pedal out your legs a little bit. Bend one leg, straighten the other. Good. And then find some stillness in downward dog. Bend your knees, look past your hands, and step up to your hands. Take a halfway lift, and then fold forward, and then reach your arms up, and then bring your hands to heart center. Good. From there, hands at heart center, you're gonna inhale, reach your arms up high, exhale, and fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift, hands to your shins, and then step back to high plank. From your high plank, you can stay at your toes, or you can go to your knees. Either way, I want you to be aware of your hips right here. So you're gonna avoid this position, but you're gonna lock in at your trunk and tuck the tail under so that you feel your abs start to fire up here. You're also gonna separate your shoulder blades and take any roundness out of your back, right? So from the toes or the knees, you're gonna lower down all the way and then lift to a little baby cobra. Bring your forehead down, press back to your knees, tuck your toes, press back to down dog. Those long, deep breaths we started with will continue. And then bend your knees, look past your hands, step to the front of the mat. Take a halfway lift, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Good. From here, you're going to interlace your hands and reach them up. Interlace them and flip them up toward the ceiling. Good. And then from here, try to move so you can see me well. Set your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to tip to your right. Push your left hip out to the side. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, lean left. Push the right hip out to the side. Good. Inhale to rise. Bring your hands to your belly now and hinge forward. Make a nice flat back, eyes focus down. Sink your weight back into your heels so that you feel a stretch in your hamstrings. And draw all of your abdominals and your trunk muscles in toward your spine. If that feels great, you can take it further and reach your arms out. Another breath here. And then fold. Heel toe your feet together. Bend your knees a lot and bring it up for chair. And in chair pose, just try a little gentle tilt here to help you engage your trunk. We're going to take a twist. So from here, Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee and twist to look over your left shoulder. And you can stay there, or you can also spread your wings. And then come back through center. And we're going to take it on the other side. When you take it on the other side here, you're going to hook your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Work your hands toward the center of your chest. Keep your knees side by side. This might feel like plenty. You just want to be aware of how your neck feels where you're looking. If it feels a little scrunchy or a little pinchy or tight, you're just going to change where you're looking until you find a spot that feels right. And you can open your wings. Good. And then come back through center. And then fold forward. Good. From there, take it to a half lift. And then step back to high plank. Just move it over to get back on my mat. All right, so nice and strong in that high plank. You're going to lower it down halfway or all the way. Lift your heart. Relax your glutes here. Shoulders away from your ears. Good, and then push into the tops of your feet and your hands to slowly shift back to down dog. Take a couple of deep breaths. You're going to lift the right leg. Step your right foot toward your right thumb. Good. And then keep your left hand down. Stretch the right arm up. Good. Lift that left knee up and away from the mat. Good. Stay in that position. I'm just going to change to the other side because we're rotating. And then from here, you're going to take the right hand down, dial your left heel down, and spiral up into Warrior Two. So when we're in Warrior Two, we want the shoulders stacked over the ribs, over the pelvis. And we're reaching that right knee forward. We're trying to work that quad toward parallel with the mat. And our hips are shining out toward the left side of the mat. So relax your shoulders. Find some strength and some power right here. And then we're going to flip the right palm, reverse your warrior. So that left hand walks down the left leg just for support. And we're reaching through the right fingertips to stretch along this right side of the body. Connect to your breath. And try to let go of some of the stuff from your day. And then we're just going to flow to take it down. So you're going to let your hands come down. Frame your right foot as you pivot on the left. Press into your hands. Step the right leg back. Strong high plank. We're going to take it down. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. Next inhale, lift the left leg. Step it through toward the left hand. And then right hand stays down, left arm lifts. Good. You can roll that wrist a few times. You're going to stay right here. I'm going to turn to the other side just so I can face you. I'm going to take the left hand down, pivot on my right foot, and spiral up. So now I'm looking out over my left arm. And I've got my shoulders over the ribs, over the hips, all stacked. I'm reaching the left knee forward. Connect to your breath. And then from here, flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Right hand walks down the right leg. And then find your flow. Let your hands come down. Frame your left foot. Step your left leg back. High plank. Take it down. Inhale. Heart lift. Exhale. Down dog. Deep breath in. Long exhale. If you're someone who has tight hamstrings, don't be afraid to bend your knees a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Good. On your inhale breath, lift the right leg. Right foot's gonna step toward your right thumb, and your left foot's gonna step up enough so that you can get your heel down on the mat. Both feet facing forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Your focus right here is to take long, steady breaths. Soften both knees. Step your left foot up next to your right. You're gonna rest your torso on your quads. Take your peace finger and your thumb. Hook your big toes. Let your head hang heavy. Deep breath in. And exhale, fold over your legs. Release and walk your hands up to your shins. Good, and then from there, hands to your mat, step back, high plank. Take it down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it toward your left thumb. Right foot steps in as much as you need to get the heel down. So that might mean that the feet are pretty close, depending on how shortened or tight your hamstrings are. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. So this is also a great place to use a block underneath your hand, because what the block does is it brings the floor a little closer to you. So I can put my hand right on top of that block. I can even put it here. You know, there's 3 different heights of your block. So don't be afraid to use them. It could really help the pose feel a lot more comfortable and help you gain mobility. Good, ease up by softening both knees. Step your right foot up next to the left, but there's still about 2 fists in between my feet. All right, so if I'm showing you this way, I'm going to take the peace fingers and the thumb, hook the big toes, bend my knees a lot, and then lift my hips and lengthen my legs and fold. And then I'm going to walk my hands up to my shins again. Take it to a half lift. And then hands to the mat, step back, high plank. And then I'm going to come down halfway. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift my right leg. Right foot steps toward the right thumb. And then I'm going to reach my arms up and take it into a high lunge. From here, I'll work to a little balance. So I'm going to start by lowering my arms, starting to shift my heart over this right quad. And when I'm ready, lift the left leg straight back. Now, it's okay to hold on to a wall or something if you need, wherever you are. And I'm going to reach both arms back, reach my left leg back, flex my foot, toes point down. And then soften the right knee, step the left leg back, your arms reach up, your hands come down, frame the right foot, step the right leg back. You can lower that leg or keep it lifted here. Slowly shift to high plank, take it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. And we'll take it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it through. And then slowly lift up to that high lunge. Just set yourself up here. Think about where you're going, and then start to lower your arms. Slowly shift weight into that right big toe, and then the right leg lifts. Arms reach back, Reach through your fingertips. And then soften the left knee, step the right leg back, both arms lift, and then your hands come down, frame the foot, step it back, high plank. Good, take it down. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, come back to your knees, sit all the way back on your heels in child's pose. So in your child's pose, you can take knees to the width of your mat or knees hip width, it's up to you. Give yourself a little gentle back stretch, so walk your hands over to the left a little bit to help stretch the lats on your right side. And then walk your hands across the middle and over to the left just a little bit to help stretch your lats on your left side. And then bring your hands through center, come up through table, and we're gonna do 2 more poses here. So you're gonna tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, lift the right leg, bend your knee and open up your hip. And then step your right shin toward the front edge of your mat. You're gonna walk your left leg back as far as you can. Good, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, start to lower yourself down. You're working down to your forearms and eventually trying to stretch your arms out in front. Rest the forehead down. Good, walk your hands back up. Tuck your left toes. Step your right leg back. Bend and straighten a couple times. Lower that down. Lift your left leg. Open up your hip. And then step your left shin forward. Walk your right leg back. Good. Settle in. If you feel like the hip is a little high, I've got a blanket in reach and you can see or benefit on this side. If you have a beach towel or a blanket somewhere near where you're practicing, if you fold it and tuck it underneath your hip, it often helps square your hips off a little bit more, which can help you get more out of the pose. And it's not unusual if you're tighter on one side than another. Most of us are. So deep breath in and exhale to fold. I'm going to start to bring it up here and then lean onto your left hip, swing the right leg around. Good. And then both legs stretched out, arms up at shoulder height. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you start to bring it all the way down to your mat. And from your mat, hug your right knee into your chest. Just roll that ankle a couple times. And then use your left hand on that right knee. The right arm's going to stretch out to the side. And I'm going to use the left hand to bring the right leg across. Try to keep my right shoulder blade down. Come back through center. Stretch your right leg long. Hug your left knee in. Roll that ankle a couple times. And then the left arm stretches out to the side, just in line with your shoulder. And from there, you're going to use the right hand and guide the left leg across as you try to keep that left shoulder blade down. Come back through center. Lengthen your left leg and take both arms. Let your palms face up, arms alongside your body. Thank you. Palms face up, legs are relaxed. Return your focus to your breath. And then roll over onto one side. Push yourself up to a comfortable seat. And from that comfortable seat, we're just gonna finish our practice with an important part of the practice is finishing with a loving kindness meditation, okay? And basically it says that we can share the energy that we generate through our practice. Certainly we get physical and emotional and psychological benefits from practicing, but we can share our energy and all that goodness and light with others in the world. And so love is limitless. We know this. We know that we can love someone and have a great relationship and love lots of people. And loving one doesn't mean that we love somebody else less. So we're going to finish with a loving kindness meditation. The reason that matters is because you can choose one person and you can choose the world. You can choose anyone, and it doesn't mean less to the person or people that you choose. So bring your hands to heart center. You have your person or group of people in mind. And all we do here is focus on these people. We take a deep breath in and say to ourselves, may they have happiness and the causes of happiness. So we're going to practice that 3 times to ourselves. Deep breath in. And say that statement to yourself, may they have happiness and the causes of happiness. Another deep breath in. On that exhale, we say it to ourselves again. One more time. May all of you have happiness and the causes of happiness. Namaste. Thanks for practicing, and I hope that you feel great after you practice, and I hope that you continue to practice and enjoy it, find it a great way to complement other things that you do in your life. Happy holidays.